You're after a creature that can't be killed. The definitive apex predator. I could help you.
Great movie to start with that.
Thank you.
One of the things that I love it's now I've been a fan of the movies from the beginning, from the 80s. But now I think it's the first time that we hear their voices, their language, and their culture partially. I don't know how you're familiar with the movies, with the original films, but how important is this one? Because this is probably the biggest change that we have seen in Predator films.
Yeah, man, it's really important. Like you said, there's never been a language established in the franchise before. There's never been a predator as the protagonist before. We've always ever seen them as, the apex predators. So seeing a vulnerable predator in itself is new. Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's a good thing where Dan is trying to take the universe, and revamp it. It's a 40-year franchise, and
Yeah.
over time it could feel as if it's getting stale or repetitive, but Dan is able to inject new energy with every project that he brings to it, and it excites the fans, and it gets people who love this character on the edge of their seat. It's something that I get really excited about, to be able to give that to the OG fans, especially because there is no franchise without the fans. So this is kind of their flowers, the Badlands.
Or even it's also the perspective, because in most of the movies, the predator is kind of the villain. But for them, this is the only thing they know, because I know how he started the movie with the culture, like the mentality. So being a villain is basically a point of view.
Yeah.
So how important is for you now, because usually they hunt alone and everything, but eventually we see the evolution of your character into playing with the team and playing well for a good thing. I don't want to spoil anything, but because your character is pivot, you are the only predator that's different than the others.
Yeah.
So for you, it has to be a challenge. I guess I don't know if it's a challenge for you, because you are the predator that's different than all of them.
I mean, it was a challenge for different reasons. I think when I accepted the role, I had read through the script, I knew we were taking a swing. Like, this is a risk, this could either be very much hated or very loved. And we understood that, anything you try to do that is new is, you can expect some pushback, but, that's the story. That's Deck's whole journey. He's combating with trying to stay true to where he came from, but also he's trying to evolve to get to a place where he doesn't need that anymore, and that's similar to the franchise. It's been a constant thing where fans have loved it, and it's kind of had the same recipe for a long period of time, and now Dan Trachtenberg's coming in and shaking up the universe, and expanding on it. So it's exciting for me more than anything to be able to keep this character alive and introduce a whole new generation to the Predator. I wasn't even born when the first Predator came out, so being able to keep the tradition, of the Predator and be able to still bring joy to people's lives, it's a cool thing, man.
When you say that, I feel so old.
Oh no, brother, I didn't mean it like that. Come on now, you look like you're only in your late 20s, bro.
No, not like you. But you say something important. I want to close with that. Dan has reshaped a universe that apparently was disappearing. And this movie and the previously movie, the animated movie that he made, for me, it has been the best of this year. So,
man, that's a big call. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan, we trust. I feel like the Predator franchise is in the safest hands it can be. But I think it's because he's a fan. He is passionate about these characters because he grew up with these characters. He loves them away from, the job. And I think that's what the franchise needed. He's making movies that he wants to watch. And it gets people excited. The passion that he has and the culture he's able to establish on set and get everybody to buy into his vision. That's something a lot of directors don't have. It's something that, it's a skill, to be able to do that and to command the set the way he does. So, respect to Dan and what he's doing with the Predator franchise, man.
Brother, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations. Great film.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.